Okay, Manny, Keith.
July 20th, 2019, boxing fans around the world watched in awe as 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao entered the ring against the undefeated, trash-talking Keith Thurman. People doubted Manny. I mean, come on, 40 years old in a sport where most retire before 35? But what they didn't know is that Pacquiao had a different kind of retirement plan. Retiring his opponent.
Hurting him, his face is telling a different story.
This is a dazzling display of boxing skill, power, everything. Unbelievable.
He's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again. Big left hand!
Tremendous combinations by Pacquiao in the last 20 or 30 seconds.
Rios' face is a mess right now.
Before we dive into this epic showdown, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're into legendary boxing moments like this one. Who did you think was going to win this fight? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things boxing. Now, in the build-up to this fight, Keith one-time Thurman was running his mouth like he had already won. He called Pacquiao out in every interview, saying things like,
"Of course, I have all the intentions to hurt him."
Pacquiao's a little fighter. I believe I would have destroyed Manny Pacquiao 5 years ago.
I don't think Manny's style could ever beat my style. I already said he's got these T-Rex arms. Everybody's talking about how fast he is. Manny Pacquiao, T-Rex arms. Pop, pop, pop.
I know he likes to quote Bible verses, so I'll let you know he's getting crucified.
Crucify him? My guy, you sound like you're preparing for a religious ceremony, not a boxing match. Thurman was younger, stronger, undefeated, and ready to put an end to the Pacquiao legacy. Well, at least that's what he thought. On the other hand, Pacquiao, being the humble warrior that he is, didn't need all that trash talk. His response?
Well, I keep my mouth shut and let him talk. Let my fist talk in the ring.
That's right. Pacquiao knew the real work happens in the gym, not the press conference. You'd think after all his years in the sport, he'd have picked up a microphone or two. But no, he leaves the talking to his fists. In the days leading up to the fight, the boxing world was buzzing with predictions. Most of the young guns were siding with Thurman. I mean, let's face it, 30 is prime time, and Thurman was the heavy favorite, the younger, stronger lion. Rawr. Even Floyd Mayweather chimed in, saying, "Keith Thurman's younger, faster, and stronger. I don't know if Manny has enough left in the tank to handle that." But for every doubter, there was someone who knew better. Someone who knew Pacquiao's power doesn't age like the rest of us. While some of us are finding gray hairs and nursing sore knees at 40, Pacquiao, he's knocking out champions. And on fight night, the boxing legend would show the world why you should never count him out. So, it's July 20th. The MGM Grand Garden Arena is packed, and there's an energy in the air like everyone knows something big is about to go down.
Okay, Manny, Keith. Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Keep this fight clean at all times. Protect yourself at all times.
As the bell rings for round one, Thurman charges forward, ready to impose his will. But, wait for it. Boom! Pacquiao drops him like a bad habit with a lightning-fast combination. In the first round, no less. The crowd went crazy. Twitter exploded, and Thurman, well, he probably started thinking about some early retirement plans of his own. And just like that, Thurman went from "I'm going to retire Manny" to "I need to get through this first round without getting KO'd." For the next few rounds, Pacquiao was showing off his speed and footwork like he was the one in his 30s. He was bouncing around the ring, landing punches from every angle, while Thurman was wondering what in the world he'd signed up for. But to Thurman's credit, the guy didn't fold. He rallied in the middle rounds and started landing some hard shots of his own. He hit Pacquiao with some strong body shots, and you could see that he was trying to wear down the older fighter. The plan was to send Pacquiao to an early nap time, but Manny had a different idea. For a while there, it seemed like Thurman might turn the tide. He's younger, stronger, and in his prime. But then came round 10, and Pacquiao, ever the veteran, reminded everyone why you can never count him out. Pacquiao unleashed a brutal body shot that had Thurman wincing in pain. That was the look of a man regretting every word he said before the fight. Thurman hung on, but from that point forward, Pacquiao controlled the rest of the fight. It was like watching a masterclass in experience and heart. Pacquiao was out there giving Thurman a clinic, for free. When the final bell rang, it was clear that this fight was special. Both fighters had given it their all, but in the end, there could only be one winner.
Pride of the Philippines, the ageless wonder, Manny Pacquiao!
At 40 years old, Manny Pacquiao had just handed Keith Thurman his first ever loss. The old man still had it. Somewhere, Father Time was watching, shaking his head. After the fight, both men were surprisingly gracious. Thurman, who had done more trash talking than a reality show cast member, finally gave Pacquiao the respect he deserved.
Obviously, he caught me with my hands down in the first round. Well, he was fast, he was strong. You know, the short steps, you know, everything that Manny Pacquiao always has been, you know, he has a lot of it still left in him.
Ah, Keith. Funny how 12 rounds in the ring with a legend will humble you real quick, huh? Pacquiao, of course, was humble as ever.
My opponent, he's very tough. And he's heavy-handed, man.
He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. And sometimes he makes his opponent crawl. Boxing fans and analysts couldn't stop talking about the fight. Pacquiao, at 40 years old, had just done the unthinkable.
I did not see a split decision, and like I said earlier, I'm not talking bad about anybody, but realistically, I had a unanimous.
Pacquiao just showed why he's a legend, you know? He's beating people at the top at 41.
I was surprised they dropped it that quickly.
Yeah.
But then again, it's Manny Pacquiao, so he has that power, so it's not that surprising.
My family, everybody watching the fight at home, we were all cheering for Pacquiao.
You know, I think that Manny won, you know, decisive.
I actually didn't see it as a split. Yeah. I saw him winning a unanimous decision.
Yeah. His speed, his power, his heart, it was all still there. And that victory against Thurman cemented his place as one of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport. The man is a walking, punching fountain of youth. Manny Pacquiao's victory over Keith Thurman wasn't just another fight, it was a statement. A statement that age is just a number and greatness, well, that's forever. He showed that even after 2 decades in the ring, he could still compete and beat the very best. It wasn't just an achievement for the history books, it was an inspiration for fighters everywhere. As for Keith Thurman, he didn't fade into obscurity. Despite the loss, he proved he's still one of the best. But that night, against Pacquiao, he learned the hard way that you can't underestimate experience, or a man who fights like he's got something to prove. So, what do you think? Was this Manny Pacquiao's greatest achievement? Should Keith Thurman have been more respectful leading up to the fight? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that like button, share the video, and subscribe for more boxing breakdown and legendary moments. We've got more incredible fights to cover, and we want you along for the ride. Don't miss out on the next one. We've got plenty more stories where this came from. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.